Some of you have been asking me, hey, David, sir, why haven't you been showing us Peter Doocy's questions during Jen Psaki's press briefings? Because he's still asking those attempted gotcha questions and he's failing. And I'll be honest with you, the reason I haven't been playing them for you is the questions have gotten really boring and pedantic. I'm going to play, to kind of go through this exercise, I'm going to play a couple of them for you today from yesterday. But the backstory on this is that from day one, Fox News reporter Peter Doocy's main goal in the White House press briefing room has been try to use some kind of gotcha question to either make Jen Psaki look bad or Joe Biden look bad, to then go on Fox News and have everybody give him a good old attaboy and say you did great and have the Fox News audience titillated and excited about the questions that he's asking. And there was one point where the questions were so off the wall that they were actually funny, entertaining, silly, whatever. They're so boring now that I just haven't been playing them. And I'll give you some examples. And you guys tell me whether you think this is something I should be covering on the show. I understand I'm covering it now, but we haven't talked about Doocy for months. And you're going to see why, because I think that these are just such boring questions. They don't really deserve our time. Let's take a quick look at the first question from yesterday.
Before Joe Biden was president, he said that COVID travel restrictions on foreign countries were hysterical xenophobia and fear-mongering. So what changed?
Well, I would say first, to put it in full context, Peter, what the president was critical of was the way that the former president put out, I believe, a xenophobic tweet and how he called what he called the coronavirus and who he directed it at. The president has not been critical of travel restrictions. We have put those in place ourselves. We put them in place ourselves in the spring. But no, he does not believe. He believes we should follow the advice of health and medical experts. That's exactly what he did in putting in place these restrictions over the weekend.
Now, I think that the better topic is, and I already broached this, there's a really good topic here, okay? This thing about Biden saying travel bans are xenophobic and the counter being, no. He said the way Trump was talking about the China virus and China is xenophobic, but travel bans themselves are not. It's so boring. The real question is, South Africa did a good thing by sequencing the new Omicron variant. Joe Biden's calling it Omnicron, but it is Omicron. The Omicron variant, alerting the world to it. By the time we learned about it, we knew it was already in a handful of other countries. I think it was like Belgium, Hong Kong, Netherlands. It's been found in Canada. Okay. And then as a result of learning about this from South Africa, a travel ban was placed by a number, European Union, US, on countries from Southern Africa, including South Africa and other countries down there. And so the real question here is, are we punishing a region of the world, not South Africa specifically, but some of those other countries in Southern Africa that are not wealthy countries, because they did the right thing and they told us what's going on when it's already spread? The cat is already out of the bag. Does that really make sense? And everything I'm reading from public health experts is the travel bans at this point don't really make sense. You got to keep testing. You got to do whatever else, but it's everywhere at this point. It doesn't really make too much more sense to block travel from some of those countries than some other countries that don't have any travel. That's like a good topic. He wants to go, what about Joe Biden and saying xenophobia? And then also here going with a question about Joe Biden not wearing a mask in a store.
He was shopping in a store, and on the glass outside it said face covering required, and we could see him inside, and his face was uncovered.
Well, again, Peter, our recommendation and advice continues to be for people to wear masks when they are required in establishments. I don't know what this establishment was. The president obviously follows the advice of his health and medical team.
Is there concern that when the president says today, please wear your mask indoors in public settings around other people, and he doesn't do that, that it's going to make it harder to get people to follow him?
I think you see the American people, and all of you see the president wearing a mask every time he comes out to an event.
So you guys get the picture. I mean, listen, does it look not great for if Biden's saying you got to wear masks inside, and then he goes into a business and he doesn't wear a mask? Like, does that hurt his argument? It probably does to some degree, but the people that are not wearing masks are already not wearing masks. They're not going to say, oh, Biden was photographed without a mask. So in that sense, it's another one of these wastes of a question wanting to create a soundbite. So listen, that's why I've not been covering the Doocy questions, because they're boring. They're kind of pointless and they're very pedantic. But if you guys want more coverage of the Doocy questions, let me know. And you can let us know. We'll be posting this clip to our Instagram at David Pakman Show. You can let us know there in the comments. One of our sponsors is Blinkist, who's been supporting the David Pakman Show longer than any other sponsor. Blinkist is the app that lets you listen to or read an entire nonfiction book in just 15 minutes. Blinkist is the way to absorb those books you can't make time for. Blinkist takes top nonfiction titles, pulls out the book's key takeaways and insights, and gives it to you in the form of a text or audio explainer that you can consume in 15 minutes. With Blinkist, now you actually do have time to learn about all the things you've been wanting to tackle. On the Blinkist app, I just listened to This Is Your Mind on Plants by the great Michael Pollan. Super interesting, the history of caffeine and so many other things. Blinkist has you covered on podcasts too. Blinkist takes long episodes of popular podcasts and distills them into audio you can listen to in 15 minutes. With Blinkist, you can become knowledgeable about so many different things. You can have conversations with people about more topics. Blinkist makes you more well-rounded. Try Blinkist for free and get 25% off a subscription. Go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. The link is down below.